Hello everybody! Today for Sunday Funday, we're going to see how I draw a dragon slayer. Just so you know, there's a coloring book that you can get through Amazon. Just follow the link in my description and you can get a coloring book to show me how you color to how I draw. Okay, pencils first and then Sharpies. So if you don't want to watch the pencil portion of the video where I sketch the entire thing out, look in the description and you'll find a link that you can click on that will take you to the Sharpie portion of the video. I'll even include one for color. But for those of you that are going to stick around, I'm going to start off with a quick sketch for myself and get us going. Alright, now, a little different, right? That's what I'm going for. So, I want to mix it up. I want to try something different because everybody draws. If you were to say a dragon slayer, right? One who fights dragons. What do you think of? Like a big burly man with big strong armor and you know, all that stuff, you know, getting ready for huge gigantic battle and whatnot. So I'm doing the opposite. It's like, ooh, no. Let's go with almost like a wizard, right? Ready for outsmarting the dragon, and that's where I'm going with this one. So I thought, you know, let's not make it a man, let's make it a woman, female, and that's why, no offense guys, that's why she's outsmarting the dragon. Rather than trying to beat him with her fists, she beats him with her mind. So I'm making her like a wizard, you know, so she's holding her books and whatnot, but she is ready for battle. So what I mean by that is she knows that she can't just cast a spell. Like, she might actually have to lance him, and that's what we're gonna, and get a ruler. We're gonna need a ruler for this one because I'm gonna do a really long lance, like a dragon lance, I guess is the best way to put it. Because, you know, she's smart, knowing that, well, it may come to I have to do battle, right? But I just thought it'd be cool to do like, well, she's smart enough to realize I can outsmart him, I can use some wizardry, but I may need to do some battling. So I have a little bit of both. I have my potions, I have my spells, and my spear, just in case, right? So this one might go a little long because I have some details I want to put in here. But I'm also thinking, like, and the reason I'm drawing her like this is I'm also thinking, like, well, what if she also has what's the word I'm looking for? A camouflage, right? Like, she needs to, it's like she gets it. Yeah, I need to not be seen, kind of thing. So her costume is kind of camouflage as well. So she almost has like a dragon, not costume, but dragon deterrent. Right, so that's the point of the crazy costume. To not really camouflage, but to protect her, I guess that's the best way to say it. And I had to give her some potions and little elixirs, things she's carrying on a belt type kind of thing. But again, I want a spike. She's got a huge, and let's draw it. Let's go ahead and do it now so I know where we're going. Alright, I've gotten to, let's say here to like right there. We're just going to draw this gigantic, something like that. Okay, so now I also know, make sure I don't draw through it. I have to actually draw it first to make sure that I put it in the right spot. Oh, and you know what else I want to do? I want to I want to give her like some kind of armor. You know, like she's gonna need it's something to cover her head, is what I'm trying to say. So let's give her like a hooded. Well, let me draw some features here real fast, just to make sure I've got her head turned the right way for what I'm doing. Let's just hang some hair down. Let's just say her hair is long, greasy and matted because she's in battle, right? Okay, so I'm gonna give her like some kind of like what's the word I'm looking for? Like see, I almost kind of wish I was drawing it like a terror mask. Again, like I said, I want it to look like she's a monster coming for it, you know? So it's almost kind of like camouflage of she doesn't look like a normal person. So that's the other part of her trickery, another part of her is it guile? What's the word where she's smart? She knows how to don't look like a person, and that way she can kind of fool the dragon to not letting its guard down, but be a little weary of what is this coming towards me, you know? Ooh, and let's do this for her legs. Again, some kind of weird, strange, spiky armor. I like the layered armor, you know, right? But let's also make it like strange and spiky, like it's ready for if it attacks her. Kind of like what I got on her shoulders, ready for, you know, it's got all kinds of weird, strange spikes in it. Battle armor, you know? Just, again, something very, very, defensive. That's the word I'm looking for. Like a defensive armor. Alright, I think I am good with that. Yeah. Oh, no. I'm sorry. I wanted a cape. Some kind of something, because I want almost like, again, dragon style, monster style, like not cloak, but God, what is the word I'm looking for? Oh God, I gotta draw this arm. I didn't do that. No, I want to go the other way. I guess camouflage, you know? I guess that's the best way to say it. But it's almost looking like a dragon kind of thing. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. I say we erase a little bit and then we get going. I'll make it the spike on his way. That's no big deal. It's just going to be a pointy thing. But let me erase some of these sketch lines, because when I first start sketching, I'm throwing down the 3 P's: placement, positioning, and proportions. And once I'm confident with all that, I start pressing hard. Those become confidence lines. So when I start erasing, because I want my Sharpie to stand out, so I'm getting rid of what I can. When I start erasing, these sketch lines, they disappear first because they're light, right? Confidence lines need a little more pressure, but I'm not pushing hard enough to erase those. Sometimes I push a little too hard. So what I'm doing is I'm getting rid of my sketchiness and keeping my confidence, and that's what you do in life. Get rid of your sketchiness, keep your confidence, you go far. I think that's good right there. I say we build off of this and let's get going. Let's welcome everybody that skipped to this Sharpie portion. Welcome, skippers. Welcome to the Sharpie portion of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe because I do a different drawing every day. You can join along and have some fun every day. I'm going to be using a Sharpie fine point and a Sharpie pen, mostly the fine point, but a pencil finer than the fine point. You can find things that a fine point can't quite find. I've sketched the entire thing out. I've erased the majority of the sketch lines, but left myself enough to see where we're going to go. And normally I start with the head and work my way down. I can do that here. I can do it again here. Let's just jump right in with the pen. And if you want to see more Sunday Funday, check out that playlist right there because I draw all kinds of crazy things. Or just check out the playlist in general because I do so many different things. I may have already drawn what you're looking for. If not, give me a shout and we'll see what we can do. So I've got her head turned a little bit. Imagine if these are eyes, this turns slightly like this. So I'm going to draw one lid like this, another one like this. And you see I've got it turned a little bit. So I'm going to draw the pupil, the retina, the color part like this. And again, it's so super tiny that when I do the pupil, I'm just going to dab in the center just a little bit because mine's going to bleed if I'm not too careful. So that's it. I'm good there. For the bottom of the eye, all I really do is I come in a little bit like this, just kind of imply it's there. Then I come back with color and do more. But this is so small with these Sharpies, it'll start to bleed. So I have to be careful with what I'm doing. So now I'm adding just kind of like eyelashes. It's not really makeup, but just a nice little lash, just to say it's a nice, beautiful eye, you know? But again, see, it's already starting to bleed. It's getting really thick, so I have to be careful with what I'm doing. I gotta stop. That one's getting way too thick. Okay, so since I have returned, I always say I can't draw the bridges of the nose. But now we're turning, so now we're seeing, like, say this is the top of the nose. As we're turning, we're starting to see that edge, so I can actually draw that now. So I'm going to draw her eyebrow like this. Do another one here, since we're doing them. Then come down the bridge of the nose like this. I'm not going to draw the entire thing. There's the nostril coming in. That's all I can really do, because see, now there's a bunch of lines and so it's going to get all mashed. I need to be careful about what I can do because these will bleed. So for the mouth, I'm just going to do this. There's a top lip, and I can draw a little bit of the bottom lip, but that's it, because like I said, this is so tiny I'm going to run out of, well, it's going to bleed. So I can see the top of her head a little bit, so I'm going to come down like this, then come in for the cheekbone, so her mouth to the chin, like that, and then draw it over like this. Here is the jawline. And I'm going to start to thicken my lines up just a little bit, because when I switch over to this Sharpie, you're going to see a huge difference in line width. So I'm trying to match where that's going to go. So I know this is kind of weird, and you don't have to do this if you're working with pencil. I'm just explaining to you why I draw how I draw. Alright, so I've got her wearing a helmet, so I'm going to come in and do like this for the most part. Then she has a hood, a mask, but it's lifted up right now. So I'm going to go ahead and draw like this, and then come down. Okay, so that's the top part where the chin would come down to her chin. Okay, think of it that way. So that means she's got like a little head piece that goes on right there, and then goes up and goes back like that. Okay, then the helmet would come down, and all this is, we'll say, like chainmail type kind of thing. But you can't see some of her hair. We'll go ahead and do this because it's not completely covering her hair. It's just a little bit that you can see. I'm totally making this up, so don't feel like, oh, I didn't do that. You do what you want. You do what makes you happy. So, I'm also going to draw the top of the face mask like this, just to define where it is. Okay, so imagine like this is the chin coming in like this. Imagine it's got some kind of horrible teeth. Something like this. Then the nose is coming out like this, all pointed, because it's kind of looking kind of demon-like, kind of scary, kind of who knows what it is. But again, we're looking at it from the underside, from the bottom view. So just imagine that if this were to come down onto her face, that's the nose, that's the chin, that's the mouth. So the eyes would be something like this, right? That's where she could see through, and then we're gonna add like some strange, crazy spikes because she's got, you know, this weird monster arm. Because that's, well, you know what? Never mind. I was gonna explain it, but I've already explained it in the sketch portion. So if you want to know why she looks like this, why this is a Dragon Slayer, go back there. I'm not gonna bore everybody who already listened to it. Okay, so the back of the armor, we're gonna say comes like this. I'm gonna put spiked horns. Again, part of the whole costume. Part of the, what do you call it? The ruse. And again, thickening my lines. And you don't have to if you don't want to, especially if you're working with pencil. It might look a little strange if you try to thicken lines up, you know? I just know what that's gonna look like, so I'm trying to match close to where it's gonna be, just to make it all consistent. Okay, so I got another horn coming over here, but you can't see where it's connected. All you can see is the horn, the tip. Something like that. Okay, so that's her helmet. Now, switching over to the big Sharpie, I've got her wearing, what do you call it? Like a fur shoulder piece, but there's also spikes in them, so I want to do those first, coming out of it. And I know that looks weird, but because I'm gonna draw like fur where it's coming out of. And it doesn't have to be anything specific, like who knows what kind of spike these are. These could be made out of wood, these could be bones, you know, it doesn't matter. That's not the point. That's the point. Okay, so now I want to draw like the fur, and for the fur I just kind of do this. You just kind of, you see how I wanted to make sure that I drew that they're coming out of the fur, and so that way I don't draw through that, right? It's kind of a plan. As part of the what is not the costume, part of the trick. Part of her Dragon Slayer costume. Not really costume, it's more of a outfit, a Dragon Slayer outfit. The reason I switched is because I have her hair just kind of hanging down, and so I wanted to draw some strands coming through like this. Hanging down, and it's a little more delicate than that Sharpie can handle, so that's why I'm drawing them first. Same thing here. Now there's a book in the way of this hair, but I did still want to draw it. Let's stop right about there. Just because, like I said, this Sharpie is a little better at fine detail than the fine Sharpie. It's crazy. Alright, So there, that defined that. So now this hair was in front of this, and even crazier, this book and this hand are in front of that too. So we got to draw what's in front first, so we don't accidentally draw through something. Like, right, I wanted to draw this before I drew the hair, so when I draw the hair, I wasn't accidentally drawing through that, so now it looks layered, what's on top. The book and the, let me draw that hand. I know this is going to be kind of floating, but let me draw that hand. Over the book. I know it's a little wonky, but I'll add some detail in a second. That pinky came out a little big. I had some detail here, so I'm going to draw like some armor around the shape of her forearm, like layered armor, to define that. So now that we drew what's in front, we can start drawing what's behind, which is the book, one of her spell books. Okay, so I'm going to draw it back this way. Back up like this. I'm going to draw the inside. Draw the bottom of the book. Like that. Draw the inside here. Coming back this way. So see? The hair didn't end up going through, and that's great, but it was planned just in case. But now I can draw the rest of this fur on the other side of it. Make sense? Awesome. Now all we have to do is for the bicep is draw that. That's it, because that's all you can really see. Now I'm going to come in with some small detail because it's a lot of big detail. So let me try to work on some of this. Just to try to clean some of it up. It's almost looking robotish. I got to be careful because robotic because I got to be careful because I was trying to draw like armor, but you know, at a certain point it becomes like, well, now it looks like a robot. But I think that's good for the book. We'll put something on here, like some kind of spell, something with color. Now for this, because it's fur, I do like to add little extra, like fur lines, but I don't want to go too crazy. I mean, I do, but I don't. You know, that's what I'm trying to say. I have to kind of be careful here because I'm trying to go for subtle, you know. But I think that's good. I think that's good right there. All right, awesome. Okay, so we can get down to her arm, and then I got to draw the stick or the spear to guide us. So let's draw again. I'm going to do some kind of armor hanging down like this for her bicep, right down to her elbow, and then again more. Armor kind of like that. So I want the wrist to be kind of something like this. So I'm going to go back up because I have this, in so many words, pointed up like that. So I kind of want to do the same thing. Because when I sketched it out, I did the opposite, and I realized like, oh, no, I want it up. That's how I want to do it. A little long for the arm, but that's okay. That's okay. It's dramatic is what we're going to say. We're going to say that's the armor right there. Okay. The hand, I'm going to have holding the spear. Like this. And the knuckles coming around. And so I've got the knuckles, or the fingers, I guess, going around like that. I need to draw the spear before I get too crazy here, because let me wrap this around, because that's going to be in front of everything else, and I want to make sure, like I said, I don't draw through it like do want to draw like we did the armor, kind of like what you can see. Like that. Okay, her armored hand. Okay. So I said go get a ruler and a sketch part. If you didn't go get one, go grab one, and we'll wait right here because you're just going to press pause now. All right, now you're back. So we're going to do a spike going across kind of like this. Actually, I want to draw this side first. And I'm just kind of, I picked a spot. I want to make sure where it's going through the hand. That, pick it back up like that. Looks good. Draw the other side. I have to go a little bit wider for my Sharpie because it's so wide, but look, I'm just eyeballing whether it's right parallel, you know? Doesn't matter whether it is. Don't beat yourself up. I'm just trying to say, look, I just eyeballed, you might as well too. Draw it to the hand, pick it back up. Like that. There we go. And so now we're going to add on to it. But see, when I draw the rest, I'm not drawing through it. Now this is in front of everything else. So for the edge here, let's just do something like, you know, just kind of make up just a big spear. That's it. I mean, that's all we really got to do. It doesn't have to be crazy. It doesn't have to be over the top. But I do want it down the center like that. So since I got the ruler, let's do it. Let's go ahead and connect it to that little point that I made. If not, what's the point? Alright. Bad grandpa jokes, sorry. But I'm not sorry. Again, see, I'm just eyeballing. Getting it there. Cool. Let's do this. Again, since I've got the ruler, I might as well use it just to give it some kind of crazy extra, you know? And I'm going to do this just to break up the silhouette. Right? Who knows what that is? Let's do another one here. But not on the other side. Again, just to try to make it a little just breaking up ooh, I don't like that. It's not to a point, but let's see if I can fix it. Breaking up the shape. There we go. It's a little curved now, but I'm fine with that. I'm so fine that I'm redoing this line right here. So I guess I'm not that fine with it, huh? Cool. I like that. But anyway, it just breaks up the change of it, making it a little different. Let's do something on this end too real fast. This one doesn't have to be too bad, but we'll just do, again, something like that. Maybe we'll put, ooh, let's do this. Let's do this. We'll put a spike on this end, but tiny one, little nub, you know, just in case. That's it. You know, we won't go too crazy. Okay, so now that I have all that defined, I can get back to her. So I'm going to just bring in her armor like this. We're going to say that's a big chest piece like this. And she has potions and things like that. So let's build like a little bag of tricks like this on a belt. So I'm going to do the same thing here, something smaller. Who knows what these are? Who knows what these are? Do you hear that? I didn't even say that. I said, who knows what this are? I'm just not a good speaker. But I've always said that. I said, you know what? I'm here to draw. Don't listen to me, but listen to what I have to say. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and say we're going to strap this on like this. Another one's going through there. There's her side. I'm just basically drawing like stuff to make it a little breaking up the, what do you call it, the negative space, right? Just kind of making something a little different. Same thing here. This is just going to be a pouch. We don't know what it is, so we'll just kind of do something like this. And there we go. Awesome. So we're going to say this is kind of like a long shirt hanging down. Not really a skirt, but just a long shirt hanging down. And again, now that I've defined that edge of the spear, I can make sure I avoid it. And it's going to connect here back behind it, so I'm not too worried about where it is. We're implying the edge, so I'm fine with that. For legs, I'm just going to draw some armor here. Again, some armor right there. Maybe I'll connect it over her leg like this. So that means I can draw her leg. And then for her knees, I did kind of and the leg's going to come down here like this too. For her knees, I kind of did like let's do this side so you can see, like a spiky knee pad, right? And so this one, you're seeing the front view, it's kind of like this. So it's not as curved, just because you're looking at it from the front. It also means I can connect her leg like that. Connect this one over here like this. And let me add a little detail before we go further. Again, just to break it up. Just to break up that negative space. Again, we'll say this is more cloth, so I can see some wrinkles. Looks good. Awesome. Okay. Okay, so leg armor, which again, I did kind of like spiky stuff, so I'm going to draw some of those. I kind of had the idea of if she's got to a fight, she shouldn't have to, because again, she's kind of prepared for using her spells and whatnot. But if she does, she's ready for up close battle. Like this will come in handy if she has to tussle face to face, right? Okay, I want to draw those first so I can draw the armor kind of all nubby and pokey and coming out like this. Let's do both. So I'm kind of following my sketch for I want it to go in the shape of a leg, but layered, you know? And so I don't mind that it came out a little bumpy, because again, I kind of want it to have bumps and spikes and all kinds of little nubs ready for battle. Like if she's got a kick, or she's protecting her legs, or for up close battle, you know? Again, she's smart about her battles. Okay, now we're just going to draw some shoes, nothing too crazy. Again, armored. Same thing, but a front view, so all we can really see. Oh, my hand's shaky now for some reason. It's something like that. Look how bumpy that arm is. And the last thing I want to do is I want to add a cape. So let me just kind of armor this up. And that's good for that. And so now just let me smooth this out. Now that I made it so bumpy, I kind of want to smooth it just a bit. Some kind of dragon cape. And what I mean by that is if she were to furl it out, maybe it looks like a dragon or something. So it's coming through here, coming down, pick it back up. So I'm kind of making it like pointy on the ends. Like that. But again, my hand is so shaky right now. I don't know why. Alright, then it's going to come through. Now what I did was I dropped it down. I did have it back here, but it was going to go through those spikes. I didn't like that. I wanted to position it a little bit better. So this is coming back through here that you can't really see. We'll say you can see, like, we'll bring it out here is what I'm going to do. And the inside, I'm going to do like this. Right? Okay, and then bring it back through there. Something like that. So there you go. I say we take care of the rest with color. So for Sunday Fun Day, that is a Dragon Slayer.
So here's how I colored it. Tell me what you think in the comments below, or show me what you did in our Discord group. Just have fun and make it your own, because remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw, and we'll meet somewhere in between. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures with How I Draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button for new videos.